Rightio team, welcome back. And as the saying goes, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to be using a 1 liter vessel. You'll see there's a little bit of bubbles in here. That's just because we just sanitized it, and it's just a little bit of Starzan left, but that's perfectly fine to use. We have 100 grams of sugar. We've got 100 mils of lemon juice. I used packaged lemon juice. You can squeeze out lemons, all the same thing. And then the rest water. We're going to be taking a hydrometer reading so we can see the gravity and get an idea of the alcohol we're going to get out of this. But yeah, should be pretty simple. Let's kick into it. To keep things simple, I'm going to do the dry stuff first and then the wet, just so we can use the funnel and get that sugar in nice and easy. So super simple. Sugar, 100 grams. There we go. Go. I think this might not have been 100% dry. Ooh. There you go. It's pretty much there, 100 grams. And we're going to put our lemon juice. So again, 100 mils. I can go just straight up in. There we go. Brilliant. And we'll add our water. And then after that, it's just yeast. So let's fill this up pretty much all. We're going to leave a little bit of a gap up top. Again, just so when it starts brewing, it has a little bit of space. Because we're going to do a little bit of bubbling once it gets going. So we'll just fill till about there somewhere. I think that's good. Now we'll give that a bit of a shake, and we'll just dissolve all of that sugar. Let's make sure that's closed. There we go. And this is just the juice bottle, any random juice bottle. Just cleaned it, sanitized it, and yeah, we're going to use it to brew some lemonade. Right, this is going to take a minute. We'll just keep shaking until that sugar is all dissolved. Alrighty-o, I think that sugar is pretty much dissolved. That's looking pretty good. We'll just let that settle a little bit. And in the meantime, I'll just show you the yeast we're going to use is Mangrove's Jack's. Doesn't matter the brand really. What you want to do is find a wine yeast. Just because we're dealing with lemon juice and it's quite acidic, and we just need a yeast that can cope with that, and wine yeast will do just fine. The one I'm using, the code here is SN9. You can look that up if you wanted to use the same, but as I said, just wine yeast will do just fine. Let's check our reading, and let's use this thing again. Everything's been sanitized, so we'll pour this out, but we'll pour it back in again too. It's like over there somewhere. There we go. Alrighty, I've had to wait a little bit just for these bubbles to dissipate a little bit, but we should be able to get a reading now. I'm just going to drop this guy in. And I'll have a look here. Ooh. One zero 4.9. That's pretty. That seems like it's gonna be quite strong. So that's 1 0.049. It's 1.049, right? So we should get about maybe 5% out of this, give or take. It's pretty good. Okay, that's gonna be pretty good. Okay, you pour that back in. As I said, this was sanitized. I use Starzan. I think it's called Chemzan in some places. You can just look up like even Milton tablets at your local supermarket. That'll work as well. Okay. Now we're going to pitch our yeast. What I'm going to do is we'll just give this another shake. Just get a little bit more air in there, just to give that yeast the best chance possible to grab hold. A good shake, eh? That's looking very bubbly now. Excellent. Okay, and how much we're going to use? Again, as you guys know, I don't do much in the line of measuring when it comes to yeast, but we're just going to aim for like a 1/4 teaspoon. That should do the trick. Let's get a teaspoon over here. A 1/4 to a half somewhere. Like that's going to do just fine. Maybe you can see that, but that's what I'm going with. Chuck that in. And again, they're gonna go get that sugar and eat and multiply, and we'll get some bubbly goodness. I'm gonna just give this a little bit of a twirl so that yeast can just all hydrate. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take. It may take up to a week. I reckon about 3 to 5 days somewhere, but yeah, I'll just keep an eye, and pretty much once we sort of end up not bubbling that much anymore, we'll take another reading and see if we're at about 1. Okay, I think that's all good. Now, as you guys saw in the previous video, if you haven't watched that, that's just using plain juice. If you want an even easier recipe, go check that out. But we just used the lid last time. And you can just do that. Just put the lid on, a 1/4 turn, and you just give it a squeeze. So you can hear that. Air can escape, positive pressure builds. It'll work just fine. This time, I'm going to be a little bit more fancy. I actually have an airlock here. You can look these up. They're pretty cheap to buy. Just look up airlock, and this is just a bung. So that'll seal, and that just creates a one-way valve. Pressure will build. Bubbles will push up, and there's a little bit of, I use sanitizer in here, so it'll just push through that. It's just water really, and bubble on out. Same thing as we do with the lid. I just think it's cool to watch the bubbles go. There we go. And that's it. We'll give that, yeah, as I said, sort of maybe about 5 days, I reckon. And I'll get back to you, and we should have some lemonade. Catch you then. Welcome back, everyone. It's been about 7 days since we started this. Honestly, I thought it was just going to take like 3 or 5 days, but even now at 7 days, like it was still doing a bit of bubbling, but I think it is pretty much there. So yeah, moment of truth. What we'll do is we'll get a reading so we can get an idea of the amount of alcohol that we got out of this bad boy, and then we'll have a taste. So pretty simple. Oh, actually the other thing I've done is from this morning, I chucked it in the fridge just to do a little bit of cold crash. And you can kind of see everything's collected fairly well at the bottom. It's not clear by any means. It's pretty cloudy, but I don't mind a bit of cloudy taste to that yeastiness in it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm good with it, and I'm pretty excited to give it a go. So we're gonna pour really carefully to try and not disturb the yeast at the bottom. And I should have brought a funnel for this. Mistakes were made, but I think we'll be okay. just do like that. We've not disturbed too much on the bottom. Pretty happy with that. And we'll chuck this guy in and get a reading. Whoop. That dropped to the bottom like a stone pretty much. So there's still a little bit of sugar in here that can actually ferment. So we're not as strong as we could have been. But honestly, I think it's good. So we are at 1:0. We were at 1:049 when we started, and we are now at 1:03. Is that right? 1:03. Yeah. It's pretty damn close. So that actually puts us at about 6%. So we had 1:049 at the start, 1:003. Take the, is it the OG minus the final times 135? You guys can check the math, but I think it's about 6%. I'll put a proper number on the screen what that actually works out to, but I'm fairly sure we have a almost 6% or around 6% lemonade here. Let's go. All right, I'm just going to pour this straight into the glass. I'm not going to waste anything here. There we go. Put that to one side. And there we go. So we started, it was 100 grams of sugar, and it was 100 mils of lemon juice. So it was pure lemon juice. I didn't squeeze lemons. I bought some lemon juice, but squeeze lemon, same thing. And a 1 liter container. And that's it. Water, sorry. Yeah, don't forget the water. But all in all, like, we still have lots of lemon juice left. I reckon this, like $1 a liter, maybe, if that. Cheers. You can probably tell by the smile. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, gents, that's pretty good. That's dangerous. It's lemonade, just hard lemonade. Honestly, like if we were to carbonate this a little bit, like with a soda stream or something, maybe it doesn't even need it actually. I take it back, actually, just the plain is probably good. That's dangerous. Kind of wish we'd made 2 liters. Well, there you have it, team. Super simple. Water, sugar, lemon juice in a bottle, wine yeast. Remember that because it's more acidic. You need something a little bit stronger. And yeah, it took about a week. Super simple. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.